come here to West Kirby Beach on the Wirral to reveal the hidden horrors of the West Kirby oil spillage. This black viscous hydrocarbon monster has claimed the lives of many innocent people. However, I have come here to tell you the story of one poor bird. This is the Sally Seagull story. So Sally, what was your life like before the spillage?
Oh, it was a lovely place to live, West Kirby. Really nice. I used to live here on the rocks on a nest with my husband Barry and my son Jeffrey. My Barry was a fisherman who used to go out to sea and collect fish and sell them on markets. Oh, it was a lovely place. I just miss how it used to be.
Seabirds are affected majorly by the crude oil spills in the ocean. This is due to their high dependence upon the species of fish their diet is composed of. When hunting, the birds dive at shoals of fish they see in the ocean from above. During an oil spill, affected parts of the oil fool the birds into diving through it. When resurfacing, the feathers collapse and melt, causing hypothermia and the inability to fly. Adding to this inability to fly, the feathers collect oil and increase buoyancy, causing lots of birds to drown. This increased body weight and chance of hypothermia causes their bodies to metabolize faster, which uses the stored body fat, cooling core temperature further. Their skin is exposed to oil and its metabolites, which increases irritation when preening. Skin is exposed to the oil and its metallic compounds, which increase irritation when preening. Their eyes cannot remove the thick viscous fluid, which is causing blindness. All of these external effects do not stop here. When pruning to remove the oil, the ingest constitutes, leading to further internal effects, these of which cause great pain.
What happened when the oil came?
Oh, it was terrible. My Barry was out at work and my son Jeffrey was out at school. And there was some buzz going on among the gulls. There was some talk about some monster that had started taking over the sea. One of our friends went out and she came back and she was in floods of tears. Oh, it was awful. And we were waiting for my Barry to come back. And I phoned all my friends and he didn't come back.
Sally, how's life changed since the oil spill?
It's been dreadful. My Barry still hasn't come back to me. And so we can't afford to eat. We've been having to scab fish and chips and ice cream off the kids that come down to ride on the donkeys. And my poor Jeffrey. Oh, it's awful. You should see him now. He was a bright bird. Not anymore. He's so special now. Oh, but he's all that reminds me of my Barry. Oh.
And this is how oil affects our wildlife. And now we'll go back to the studio to get a more in-depth description of how this affects the birds. It's Claire from the RSPB to get a more in-depth knowledge of what effect oil has on the birds. So Claire, what happens when the birds ingest the oil?
Well, when the birds ingest the oil, it can lead to internal effects like poisoning, contracted by activities. The effects such as destruction of red blood cells, which affects the immune system as well. The metabolism of the liver is altered, so it quickens up using the excess fat, which cools body temperature much quicker. Less eggs are laid, so a reduction in fertility and the shell thickness is decreased with these eggs. Altogether, this reduces reproductive rates. It damages major tissue like the kidneys and the intestines, and finally they contract pneumonia. So by preening and peeling off the thick layer of oil on the surface of the skin, but if it is ingested, we tend to treat it with antitoxins and antibiotics, and we hope for the best.
Okay, thanks a lot for that, Claire. So Jessica, how's life changed for you?
Well, it's not the same. I used to be a really good boy at school, and this is Roxy Roberts because Mummy's always crying, because Daddy hasn't come home. He used to be a lovely man. We used to play dominoes on the rocks during the weekends. And we used to have a quick can of skull, and putting your head in those plastic things was easy, because you could get out. Now this fluid's taken my daddy. Alright, son. We'll be alright, won't we?
Say, Sally, do you think life's ever going to be the same?
No, I don't. Not without my Barry by my side. No.
This is how oil spills affect our life. So next time an oil spill happens, just think of the damage that it's causing to people like Sally Siegel and his son.